Hey, what's up, everybody? It's JayViper here, and it's looking really bad for Avowed. The more we look at it and the more information comes out, the more likely it is actually woke slop, which was what we were hoping wasn't the case. But we've got some behind the scenes information, and yeah, it looks like they're trying to make it that way. Not what you wanted to hear, not what I wanted to hear, but let's get into it right after you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
JayViper is awesome. He's so good looking. He's got the crowd in awe.
So for anyone out of the loop, let's just go backtrack a little bit, right? So Grums recently said that he's drawing a line and rejecting any game that has pronouns in it. And for grammar Nazis, you know exactly what this means. Of course, we're not talking about he, him, or she, her, okay? We're talking about all the additional garbage. Doesn't care if the game's good, message must be sent. Pronouns promote the woke mind virus, and gamers must send a clear message. And of course, this pertains to Avowed right here, where you have forced pronouns and you have to choose something. And of course, from this, Elon Musk quote tweeted him saying, having pronouns in a fantasy video game is utterly unacceptable. So of course, this has really lit some fires. And of course, people who are working with the game are starting to act out. And we're starting to see what's happening behind the scenes leak out into the open. But before we hit that stuff, let's talk about the art direction of Avowed. Now, we'll take a quick look at the trailer real quick, but let's look at this. This is what the characters are looking like in the game. Does this look like anything that's even 2024? Unfortunately, it's looking really bad. Like, these are really horrible cases for characters. This isn't what you want to see. I mean, we have the plain, tired faces, the androgynous look on everybody. I mean, no one looks unique in any way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, this is the way the game's going because the team behind it, this is what they're pushing for, right? Now, the art director for Obsidian wants to piss gamers off on purpose and confirms the game is actually woke slop, right? Just wait till you see the default. You said little shit, which he means sad, of course. He's on Blue Sky plugging the game, basically OWN the CHUDS, feared the woke mind virus. Now, let's see what he said. So here's Matt Hansen of Matt Hansen fame on Blue Sky saying, I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I cannot believe it actually happened. Just wait till you see the default, you sad little shit. Now, this is, of course, pertaining to the Elon Musk quote retweet, which we just talked about. And of course, anyway, Avowed comes out February 18th. Give it a whirl if you ain't afeard of the woke mind virus. So what does this mean, the default? So what this means to me is it's probably defaulting to they, them. So if you just go through it, you're a they, them immediately. That's what I believe. Because if we're talking about the pronouns and this person says, just wait till you see the default, well, what does that mean to you? I think I'm onto something with this one. And of course, this is him on Blue Sky right here. Level 36 lover and maker of things. Art daddy at Obsidian Entertainment. Art directing Avowed. All thoughts and nonsense are my own, although it looks like his own leaks directly into the game. And if anyone has any questions about who's working on the game, okay, here's the characters they're making. Plain, boring, weird, woke garbage. And here's the people working on the game. Well, I guess it is true that you put what you know inside games, right? Which is exactly why we constantly say, reject this modern audience that's making games, because they aren't making games for us, and they're going to make the game look like them. And because they're trash human beings, almost always, they're going to make the game trash. And here's Smash JT also putting out some information about it, saying anonymous tipster sent him the following screenshots. And any hope for Avowed can go straight in the garbage can. Sucks so much. It does suck so much because I don't know anyone here, after Veilguard's absolute disaster, we're looking for an RPG that can fit the slot of a good game that we can enjoy without worrying about all of this bullshit. Avowed had the possibility of it being that, but the fact it is with Obsidian and, of course, Microsoft, that was always in question of it. How exactly is this game being made and who is it being made for? Because Obsidian, you know, it could go either way, but with Microsoft involved, you know how they are lately. So you just hope that it's not going to be ruined, but it looks so much. And of course, pattern recognition. Smash nails it. And this is exactly what we keep saying. You see the pronouns, that's pattern recognition, right? That's the beginning. This is what I call the tip of the iceberg. The same thing with the pronouns and the freaking top surgery scars in Veilguard. We saw this, and it's like, okay, this signifies something in this game, and we know that this game is going to have some serious issues, almost certainly. And of course, look at Veilguard. It was a modern audience nightmare, a disaster, full of the stuff that no one's interested in. No one likes this shit. We don't want to see it in the games. There's no need to go into a game and then be just pummeled with garbage like this from people who have serious mental disorders. Let's be real. That's the issue. We don't need that in our games. Just make the game good. Why is that so hard to understand? Just make the game good. Leave this garbage out of it. We aren't interested, and almost no one is. And it's proof that that's the case. Never forget, this is yet another reminder, these developers hate you. Yes, they do. Because why did he do it? Because he wanted to make him mad, right? It wasn't about having pronouns in there or promoting the people you supposedly promote. It's about making the chuds angry. It has nothing, it's, again, always virtue signaling. That's what it's really about. It's never really about progress, because this doesn't help progress. This only hurts it, especially when the progress you're trying to make is manufactured. Now, this was really interesting. Savvy started digging on people, and she said, when someone nukes their account from a simple quote tweet, immediately, she's suddenly 75% more interested in you. Anyway, cool Pokemon cosplay, but why nuke the account? Now, this is from the social media manager, who has since undeleted the account. This is very weird how this went down. But anyway, what had happened was this person, as soon as Savvy tweeted, "Hello, Obsidian staff, let's crack open the Oreo basket and see what we have inside." Oh, and of course, this was this ID Spuds person. They immediately, doink, account does not exist, gone, vanished. And of course, then Savvy went to the Instagram to try to figure it out. But since then, they are back, and they are replying now to a lot of people, kind of coming back. Hi, Twitter, let's get ramen. But it's... So I had actually tweeted this out as well. And then this person, ID Spuds, said that they got scared and didn't want people to target their coworkers because it's my fault from this post, but it's cool now. I just shitpost on main, which... a lot of the replies, like, you just look through the replies, it's a little confusing. I'm sorry I've returned. Like, this person's mind, I don't know how to take this person, really. It's strange behavior. So this is pretty much since they've come back. Yeah, I don't know how to take this person returning. There's obviously something going on here. I don't know what to make of it. Let me know what kind of, please let me know what you make of this, because I don't know what to think, because it's very strange behavior. But of course, it doesn't end there, because less than 15 minutes from one simple quote retweet another person, we have another nuke in the form of going private. I have a couple things archived, but this person thinks humor should be controlled. Now, this person right here is the communications manager from Obsidian. This is someone that you want to see being able to talk to the community. You want to be able to see them take input, but not high. Not after one little quick retweet. I mean, this person is probably busy deleting. We'll have to check and see what the Wayback Machine says. But this person is probably busy deleting posts. And this was really all that was said, which is kind of gross. But some might see racist jokes as harmless, but they perpetuate harmful ideas and stereotypes. Rather than being funny, they keep negative narratives alive and create an environment where casual racism is accepted. And of course, I can't see the rest because this person is long gone. But it's just strange. Like, this person doesn't like humor. They think it should be limited. And of course, like, that's not okay. I mean, I'm not okay with any kind of regulation on speech or humor or anything. You just let people say whatever they want, and then you can just deal with that person how you feel like you should deal with that person. Anyway, that's the CM, okay? And that's problematic to me. Now, this is back to the pronoun thing, where this guy is saying, love this, I propose we all start adding pronoun options to all our games just to annoy these guys. Game has a character selector, pronoun options. Flight simulator, pronoun options. Abstract puzzle game, pronoun options. I'm just a fan, but we're all doing our best for our family, country, God, and coach. with all sincerity, there's no such thing as just a fan. Y'all are the whole reason for making this stuff, and it's why we do everything we can to make the game as inclusive as possible. Pissing off the chuds is just a side benefit. Right. Pronoun selector independent of body type was something I tried to push for before leaving World of Warcraft. At any rate, I think it should just essentially be table stakes for new character creation system being made now. I don't know what table stakes is, but okay, sure. Oh my god. There's been a lot to be angry about lately. The most important thing this weekend is finding someone to take it out on. Yeah. So these are the people making video games. Another thing that popped up was this. Avowed, the game blocked me because I told them to remove pronouns. I think we've hit a nerve. And this is Nure right here. You have to be fucking kidding me. And Justin says, no, I'm not. So here's the screen cap. Remove the trans ideology and pronouns or I won't buy it. Gamers are over this forced religious like zealotry and don't support it. And boom, they met a block from Avowed the game. Now, of course, we just went over some of the people that work over at Obsidian that are working for Avowed. And this doesn't really surprise me, but when a main game account does something like this, it should send huge alarms going off right to you, my friends, about what the hell is going on over there. So let's have a little party and check out Avowed. This is the final preview on IGN. This was just from a few days ago. Let's see what we have in store for us.
Even after the positive preview for Avowed this summer, I found myself wondering if it was a fluke.
I'm a little
Maybe
worried
it was just
that
a fun
IGN
mission.
likes it.
Maybe Obsidian won't be able to keep my interest.
Again, look at these fucking faces. Look at the art.
As more quests are discovered. Maybe it was just a nice day. Nope. Avowed is just a lot of fun.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Coming fresh off of trying out Dragon Age the Veilguard, I was so happy when I discovered just how evil I could be to people I met along the way right from the start of Avowed.
Which is a
Something
good
Veilguard
thing.
Just didn't fulfill.
I am ready. Do it.
Of course, you know, I also want to point out that now it's safe to talk bad about Dragon Age, right? IGN has been backtracking ever since the review. And people were like, what are you talking about? There's 9.
One NPC dropping F-bombs because I was going to leave her in prison. A short while later, a duo would try to intimidate me on a bridge, only to meet a swift demise. I wasn't in the mood for their nonsense. I just wanted to be evil. And
you can
while
see
I
the
could have
pronouns
handled it
built in.
the
Wow, that
nice
was horrible
way,
animation.
Sometimes being evil is just more fun.
That animation was terrible.
Who's count?
Okay.
It's not just the fact that you have more nuance with every conversation, it's empowering to craft the kind of hero or villain you want to be. Sure, Obsidian has a story to tell, but I feel more in control.
This has to be
when
a player-made
deciding how these
character.
scenarios play out. The character customization
that's their-
options will allow you to craft the face of the character you'll build, and while you don't see it all that often, you can make someone perfectly lovely, or someone that looks
Okay,
like they
thank
came
God.
straight out of that creepy claymation episode
That's fine
of
with me.
Adventures of Mark Twain.
That part's fine with me.
Same thing I do every day.
Even the vendors have unique banter. I had the chance to meet the ex-husband of another nearby vendor, and the two would talk badly about each other because of
What
their
is
failed
that
marriage.
thing?
Another vendor had a past
And
relationship
this is
with my
awful
companion
face.
Kai, and warned him.
So this guy right here, like this fishy face looking guy, does this remind you of anyone? You tell me if this reminds you of this guy, right? As soon as I saw that last one, this is all I could think of.
Him not to cross her again. These little beats do a lot to make the world feel like it has a history, and you'll uncover more of that as you
The
adventure.
faces have
I
the
love
tired
these
face.
dangling
All of
threads
them
that are
do.
teased throughout the playthrough. Hopefully, I get to tug on some of them and see how deep each story goes.
Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
On the combat front, I also immediately noticed improvements, especially in the sound department.
Can you be third person in this game? I really don't like first person
Audio
RPGs.
and combat flow, and it's immediately
I'm someone who
noticeable.
played Elder Scrolls in third person, by the way.
The sound spikes are so
I really
satisfying
liked it.
to hear when you've stunned an opponent and can execute a flurry of blows or bullets, or when using stealth and you're able to execute your prey with an ethereal blade.
Okay, so you can get in third person, or maybe that's just the stealth mode.
And
I
one
don't know.
addition we got to see for the first time was the ability to use third-person or first-person combat. Both
Okay, good.
feel great, and while I personally opted for the first-person perspective most of the time, third-person is looking and feeling good too. The only
Okay.
slight gripe I have is that the movement can have a bit of that floaty Obsidian style to it in third person, but that doesn't affect combat all that much. And while I'm discussing minor complaints, knowing full well that Obsidian still has months of polish time left, I did feel that your companion Kai was a bit too handholdy with his tips at times. There were a few moments when I was simply scavenging for
loot. You just dealing with this guy? He's gonna follow you around.
Puzzle in my ear.
I think there's something on the upper floor. We might be able to reach it from outside.
I know Obsidian is trying to help out.
So many games do this right now. That is such a frustrating thing in games. If you can turn it off, that's always okay. But when they're just constantly telling you, this is the answer, this is the answer, look here, look there.
Players, but it takes away from that feeling of accomplishment you get when solving the mystery for yourself. Kai, I know how to solve the puzzle, okay? Like, give me a second.
You got everything you need to fix up your armor.
Thanks. Thanks,
to get
Kai.
Back to the positives, loot was also a highlight, even early on. Upgrading from a bow and arrow to an arquebus felt awesome. And even though
the game itself looks like it's fine,
the trade-off with the rifle
like
is that
okay.
it has a
I haven't seen
reload
anything
time, but once you've upgraded
spectacular
your abilities with it, you'll unlock.
I think it's just
faster
there's been
reloads
so
and
much
more damage.
bad
And
lately.
the
It's
ragdoll
like,
physics add to the fun
please,
factor
something
as well.
okay exists. Like,
Yet
this
again,
doesn't
though,
look,
my time
I
with
mean,
Avowed felt
it's
all
just
too
fighting
short.
another bear
And
in a
make no
game,
mistake,
which is
there
fine,
was plenty
but-
to explore in this small area. I found a spider cave where I took on a spider boss. I found the entire hour-long demo that we had the first time we played Avowed, and a plethora of small stories within
God,
the
the
world,
faces
like
are
this one
so
guy
bad.
Who happened to be missing
I mean,
a
this
ring
really
and trying
screams
to find
modern
it. And I
audience
left
whenever you
wishing that
deal with a
Obsidian
person.
had given us more time to play, but that's a good sign. And so far, everything seems to be coming together in what I can best describe as a really fun RPG. But more importantly, it feels like an RPG
faces.
where I'm in control of my own destiny.
It's so
and
clear. Like, they put so much effort. It looks like they put a lot of effort in the game. But then when it comes to the people, they put themselves in the game. Why do they insist on doing this? I mean, it all starts with the pronouns. See, what else does the game hold in store for us, right? Do we have a Tash in here somewhere? Do we have that crap? That's the issue. And of course, this is a woman. Hello? Hello?
The decisions I'm making will have consequences. I love knowing that I get to be the one directing the orchestra. So
This person really played as that
We'd be
thing.
most appreciative, of course.
In both of my hands-on sessions with Avowed, I've only been able to see the Dawn Shore section of the map and not much more. I do hope there's plenty
that's a
of
little
content
worrisome too. I did hear they have only really kept them in one area. There's a huge giant map, so how good is that area compared to the rest? Unknown, right? Unknown.
here, but I'd really like to see more, given how close the February release date is.
You should have been
now.
able to see
When I
more
asked
by
Obsidian
now.
about this, they promised several biomes would be explorable, and that will no doubt add a lot to the visual diversity of the world. I just wish we could get a peek at it beyond the footage.
Don't know
from
why
the
you
very
can't.
first
They should at
gameplay
least show
reveal
us some
from many
footage.
months ago.
Okay.
No spoilers on the story here, but the one narrative hook that is set up early on is a mission which takes you to the voice. This voice leads you through the map, and it's clearly an entity you'll hear from again
This guy's
during your
mouse.
adventures.
It's his.
When given the chance to help it or refuse to make a deal, I
He's trying to
decided
move it.
against siding with a blue light, as I've learned nothing good ever comes from a deal with an all-powerful entity.
Of course
but I will
it does.
be curious to see how that plays out in the end.
Baldur's
The
Gate.
voice did not seem happy.
Okay.
And that's really the best you can hope
Oh.
for from previews of an RPG like
What
this.
in
You
the
get just enough
actual?
to like this.
What is this thing? What is this? What is this? Dude? Come
Of an
on.
RPG like this, you get just enough to leave you
Oh,
wanting more.
her face,
And
Bob,
Avowed
there's something
certainly
wrong here. Is it a-
accomplishes just
I mean,
that.
what
I
the-
want to power up my companion Kai to see what other
Look at this. It's everywhere.
attacks you
This
can
game's
do. I
full
want
of
to discover the
androgyny.
coveted weapons the design team told us about during the
Eh.
free hands-on presentation. I want to kill more people and betray my friends, and Avowed is empowering me to
Oh,
do
man.
exactly that. Maybe I'll let the Virgin live this time.
It's all right.
That's a
sure
dude?
Someone else will give me a hand.
Avowed
Who
is set for a
knows?
February 18th
Come on.
release date, and I can't wait to find out just how evil I can be. I'll leave you with this
Jesus.
gameplay of how our demo ended.
All right, so I mean, checking out the gameplay looks like it has some solidness to it. I mean, it looks like a game, okay, that you could play. But you know, every single time a person is on screen or talking, it's androgyny, it's modern audience. I mean, holy shit, it's rife with it. It looks absolutely woke slop. I mean, without a doubt. So the fact that all this is coming out now about the game, and we're starting to see what's going on behind the scenes, and the developers and all those that work with it seem to be all on board and exactly the type of person that will say they're going to play the game, but of course, let's be honest, the modern audience doesn't buy games. Oh my goodness, this game is an unfortunate. It's going to be a hard pass. There's no way I'm playing this game unless it's going to be for the stream to make fun of it. But again, I couldn't get through Dragon Age Veilguard. That game was freaking terrible. And I don't know if I want to go ahead and do that to myself again with another one of these horrible freaking games. So anyway, that's the situation, everyone. Avowed, put it on the list of problems, and it's coming, and it's not going to be good, man. It's going to have exactly the same problems that we've been having, and well, they just don't care about. Well, not only do they not care, it looks like this is exactly what they want. I mean, we're seeing developers saying they want people to be mad. They want to own the CHUDS. So, hey, they want to own the CHUDS. We can go ahead and not open our wallets for them. And I think that's the perfect way to go about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to go ahead and close your wallet to Avowed? Because I am now definitely closing my wallet to this game. And we will continue to keep track of this game because this is, like I said, the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be more to come. We're going to see more about this game. We have till February when this release, and I don't think it's going to get any better unless they make some kind of statement saying, hey, we're going back on this, and you know that's not going to happen. Anyway, if you liked the video, do me a huge favor and click like. And if you didn't like it, click dislike, okay? But don't forget, you can like, subscribe, and then hit that notification bell. And then I can see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Love you, me to pieces. Bye, everybody.
He's owning every